Match 17 was another nail-biter for the DP World ILT20 Season 4. The Knight Riders had a bat first, and it was Livingston with the 76 off 48 and Shafane 39 off 35. Ferguson took 3, but then it was the Vipers' turn to have a bat, and they just couldn't do it. And in the end, they fell short by 1 run and had their first loss of the season. Hello everyone, welcome back. This evening I've got 2 Pakistani legends, Aruj Mumtaz, Wasim Akram and Otis Gibson, who is the assistant coach, am I right in saying?
Assistant coach, yeah.
Very nice. You'll be a very happy assistant coach, of course.
Yeah, for sure. Look, the season's not gone great so far, but we were really pleased to get over the line tonight.
Oti, for start off with, it was good to see you smiling. So explain it to the viewers. Yeah. How difficult for it as a coach sitting outside when you can't control stuff?
Look, Waz, I mean, we played against each other a long time ago, and I guess, older generation, we want it in our hands. We want the pressure, and obviously with coaching, you don't have that. You got to trust the guys. That's why we try and do a lot in preparation to make sure that when we're sitting there watching, that we feel confident that they understand what we want them to do at the back end. And obviously every game is pressure, so it was pleasing to see the way the guys handled the pressure tonight.
And then walk us through that over of Oli Stone, where M3Y1K came out to bat. He usually bats at number 9. He was batting at number 7. He went around the wicket, bowling outside off stump, full deliveries. I mean, I couldn't get it outside as an ex-bowler sitting outside, upstairs.
Look, I think there's 2 things to think. The first thing is that he did it to us before in Sharjah.
Sure.
And then obviously this time we had a specific plan, and we practiced it going around the wicket, wide of the crease, bowling out to the wide line, out to the pocket.
Yes.
But the field setup wasn't right for those deliveries. We wanted a high extra cover, and he had the extra cover a little
and the
bit
point fielder on the boundary there.
Yeah. So the field setup wasn't right. The thinking was right, but the execution and the field setup wasn't right. And I think if the field was a high extra cover, it would have been caught on the boundary. But these guys, a lot of these guys here, there's a lot of pressure attached to this cricket, and handling the pressure. I thought AJ handled the pressure beautifully. The last over, he bowled really well. First ball went for a boundary, no ball, and you're thinking, wow. And he did really well to hold his nerve.
I think it's a sign for you guys.
Well,
this game was important. If you would have lost today, you would have been probably out of the tournament.
Yeah, very important.
We're watching it now, this final over from AJ. Wasn't it just spectacular? As a coach, you must be so stoked to see that performance. Yeah,
and from somebody like him, he's a local bowler, bowling to international batsmen in that pressure. To hold his nerve and to execute the way he did was fantastic. So
and he used his pace beautifully. Yeah. The Yorker, outside off stump, the leg cutters, and of course that was, I think, the key. The way he came back into the over, am I right, Aruj?
Yeah, especially for the first one going for 4, and then for him to put a dot delivery off the free hit takes some nerves. Like you mentioned, obviously, some of these guys playing with international stars, and to defend 9 or 5 in the end, he must have been very pleased.
Yeah, for sure. And I think most teams in this tournament would have an international bowler bowling that last over.
Yeah, most of the time.
So to have a local bowler, trust him to do it. Obviously, give him the field setup that he wants, but then say to him, listen, back yourself, back your skills, back your preparation, and get it done, and he did really well.
And I just saw Bravo wearing about 3 jumpers there.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I live in the northeast. I live in the northeast of England, so this is not cool for me.
It's like a pleasant day, but
Talking about Bravo though, he was on the sidelines, pacey. He looked stressed, but then he was, keeping the team cool, calm, and collected. He just chatting to the boys. It's such a nice thing from a coach to, and probably lovely to work together with someone like that.
Yeah, the problem for Bravo is that he's only just off the field. He's not been retired very long, and in his heart, I think he still wants to be playing. So he's always got some advice. He can't sit still, so he walks around the boundary, sort of encouraging the bowlers, giving them specific plans and stuff like that.
And as you can see there, sometimes gives you extra confidence as a young bowler if your coach is walking around and having a quick chat, just a half a minute chat, okay, try to do this, try to have this feel, and that gives you extra confidence.
For sure, yeah. I mean, he's trying to motivate the guys, and he's backing them. He's letting them know, I'm backing you, I'm trusting you, just back yourself and execute, which AJ did beautifully.
Now, Andre Russell, we have to talk about that 19th over. It was absolutely critical for you guys as well. It went for just 4.
Yeah, listen, Dre's box office, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Battle ball, he's box office. We know what we're going to get from him in a situation like that. He bowled fantastic again. He bowled well in the last game. And he bowled really well here, executing very clear in his mind what he wants to do and nailing his skills. The game is very much a skill-based game now. So
yeah, a lot of experience behind him. 500+ wickets in this format. He has been #1 all-rounder in this T20 format for I don't know how long he is. Yeah. So he knows how to handle pressure. Correct. He's the right man to have for that 19th over, in my opinion.
Yeah, correct. And he did his job. At the end of the day. And he set it up for AJ to come and finish the game for us. Look, it's been a tough series so far for us, tough tournament. We haven't really clicked as a batting group. We're still, I think, losing too many wickets in the power play, exposing the middle order too early and stuff like that. We did really well. We had a nice partnership between Alishan and Livy that got us up to a decent score, and I think once we get to a score like that, I think we have the bowlers. We see now we have the bowlers that can defend a score like that. The problem is doing it consistently.
You lost, I think, 2 wickets for 9 runs and you were 3 for 43. Yeah. And then suddenly these boys came back and they were rotating the strike. Probably that was the plan.
Yeah, for sure. We said, part of our problem in all tournaments has been losing too many wickets too quickly. So let's just bat deep and then let Sherfane, let Russell, let Jason Holder, who didn't get a hit, let those guys, give them the opportunity to bat the last 5 overs. And if we can get, with the power we have at the back end, if we can bat 5 overs and we can get 50 or 5 overs quite easy at the back end, and that will get us up to a 180. I think you need 175 to 185 here if you're going to be competitive.
Now, like Waz says, great to have a smile on your face and a much needed win. But in terms of conversations, because obviously it's been a bit of a hard run with those losses in between and must-win games to sort of keep going forward. What's the conversation like? Because you've got some real youngsters like AJ who's held his nerve tonight, and it must be giving them a lot of confidence to win the key moments for you. So what are the conversations like, and just to keep that motivation going?
Yeah, look, I think especially from Bravo, the head coach, he's always positive. He's always saying, even the game that we lost here the other night, he said he was really confident because he can see signs that we were getting better. And obviously it was really nice then for us to come and win this one tonight, and hopefully that's a turning point that we can keep that momentum going now and try and win the next game in 2 days' time.
And probably, the saying he's speaking at the right time, that probably it for you guys.
Yeah, well, look, we've just beaten the best team in the tournament.
I know,
the unbeaten team, So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of confidence in the dressing room from that. And like I said, hopefully we can carry this confidence forward.
Now, Phil Salt was out to the first ball of the game. Has he got a little bit of an injury? Because we didn't see him in the field in the second innings.
My understanding is that he got one on the top of the foot, and then he went to the hospital for a scan. So that's all I know at the moment.
But that's painful though to start off with. I hope he's okay.
For sure. Yeah, it looked like it was going down leg though to me.
Looks like it. He was going down leg.
I don't know.
It was going down leg.
It swung at a right angle and hit this leg stump, but anyhow.
All right, at least you won it. You won it. All right, you won the game.
Absolutely. But at least we got to see salt and pepper. Bravo said in our show that we'd never see it happen, and we were all happy that there was a little bit of seasoning up the top this afternoon.
Yeah, of course. Look, it didn't work out tonight. Hopefully, Salty is fine, and then we can put them out again in 2 days' time.
Yeah.
What was it that you really worked on in those 3 days that you had off? Obviously, you had 4 losses on the trot, so tonight's win was really critical for you. Was there something that you focused on as a side?
Just mentality, I think. Just mentality. I think we've got all the squads in the tournament are very strong.
Especially after the auction.
Yeah. All the squads are very strong, and we wanted. We have to try and identify what our issues are, and the issues are losing too many wickets up front.
Yeah.
We're the only team I think that's been bowled out twice. So clearly there was an issue with batting that we've tried to address. Having conversations with the batting group and so on, and saying, look, you guys have the opportunity to bat longer and take time. I think especially here in Abu Dhabi, the new ball is the hardest time to bat. So
absolutely,
if you need to take more time to get through the new ball without too much damage to our innings, then do that, and then give us the opportunity with the power we have at the back end to catch up.
And the coach, the reason swings here a lot more than the other two grounds because of the open atmosphere, you reckon?
For sure, yeah, 100%, yeah.
And there's a lot of breeze going around.
And there's a lot of breeze. There's a lot of things to contend with, and the wicket, if it's a fresh pitch, the ball sticks in the surface a bit, and there's a little bit of nip and so on. So the new ball is a challenge here, and what we've been trying to perhaps go too hard at the new ball and losing too many wickets and exposing our strong middle order too early, and we're having the wrong people trying to do the wrong job.
And nowadays, really, this middle order, especially for argument's sake, Rutherford, top player, but sure, he has idea to bat in 5 to 6 overs, either chasing or batting first. If he comes in at number 8, it means that something is wrong with the team batting, because he's a proper batter, but in T20 format, his mindset is just to bat 6, 7 overs. He's dangerous.
He can, I mean, he can do a lot of damage in 5 or 6 overs. Especially if the top order has gone really well, and then he comes in at the back end, he can really take the game away from opposition teams.
Liam Livingstone, it was really nice to see him perform again tonight for you boys. He's such an exciting player. We know what he can do. He just lights up the arena.
For sure. Look, and he obviously got some runs in the first game. Then he got run out the last game. He's not really had a lot of time in between to go and make other scores. But, it's really good to see him tonight. Give himself some time first up front. Take some time up front, and then we know how explosive he can be at the back end of an innings as well. So,
and players like him can change the course of game just in 2 overs.
Oh, for sure.
Because a player like him is on the field, I'll be worried.
Yeah, he's such a good player. And that was part of the messaging from the coaches to the batting group. Give yourself some time, If we find ourselves 2 down and number 3 walks in now. The English way with Baz Ball now is to keep going, but we're saying actually, give yourself some time, guys. Give yourself some time, and then let us try and capitalize at the back end.
And I think that partnership is a reflection of exactly what you wanted. Yes, you lost wickets up front early, but then the Sharifu-Livingston partnership just kept it together up until the 15th for all that firepower to come in towards the end.
Brilliant. It worked really well. All the things that we've been talking about. The things that's been hampering us, we sort of put it all together tonight. I feel like we could have probably still got a few more runs, but at the end of the day, we'll take that, and we work really well with it.
Waz, do you think that now that they've had 1 win under their belt after so long, they'll be able to get the monkey off the back, per se, and really take the tournament into their own stride?
Like Otis said, the confidence is back, and this close win will give them a lot of confidence. Belief is back. Like I said, on papers they look really good. Most of the team look really good in this ILT20 season 4. But over and all, when they talk about back end of the tournament, peaking at the right time, and I think they should probably think on those lines. And I think they're probably peaking at the right time. Maybe 2-3 wins, they qualify, and they go on win the trophy. You never know.
Exactly. You never know in this great game, hey?
The idea is to get into the top 4 anyhow you can, So this win tonight gives us a great opportunity to, we got 4 more games. If we can keep playing the way we played tonight and sneak in the back door with the top 4, then anything is possible.
Up next is the Golf Giants on Thursday. What's your message going to be to them, to the team, before you enter into that game?
Look, much of the same. The Golf Giants, they started really well. They've lost a couple recently as well. So much of the same. Just focus on ourselves. If we play to our potential, if we execute like we did tonight, then we're a good matchup for any team.
Alrighty, thank you so much to you 3 for joining us in this post-match show. We're going to head to a quick break, but there'll be more analysis after this. Welcome back, everyone, to unpack match number 17. I've got Awais Shah and Mike Hazeman beside me. What a game, boys. It was a nail-biter yet again. That just seems to be the story of DP World ILT20. Ace, were you expecting that?
No, but I tell you what, it was a great game of cricket. I mean, it was seesaw all the way right till the end, and even till the last delivery. To bowl that slow ball in and have the presence of mind to go for it and then deliver the skill, outstanding. I thought AD Knight Riders just about deserved to win it, and of course they ended up nicking the game.
Absolutely. You were both on comms together. Hazy, were you thinking it was going to go into a super over?
I said, well, let me just start. At the start of the game, I said I thought that when I started the build-up, I thought that there was going to be a very close game today. I was expecting a close game today. I thought it was due that the Knight Riders played well, and I thought that my comment was something like the lines that on paper they're not playing. They're miles apart, but they're not miles apart. But on grass they are at the moment, or something similar. But yeah, I thought it was just a terrific game. That's the 8th thriller we've had in season 4. I mean, that's unbelievable stuff.
It really is.
Match number 17. That's all. So it's quite extraordinary. So. Yeah, I thought it was going to go to Super Over, actually, I must admit. I did think it was. I didn't expect a bye scramble at the last minute. I thought it was going to get hit in the outfield somewhere and come back for the second. Anyway, great game, great finish.
I thought you two said Vipers were going to take it out, though.
We did.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
and occasionally we're wrong.
Oh, that's good that you can admit it, though. I like that.
Or always, I'm wrong.
Yeah, aren't you down the bottom?
Correct. Thank you very much for that, Grace. Thank you.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry. I won't rub it in anymore. Right, their skipper, though, played his part tonight with the ball. Wasn't he just fantastic, Casey?
Yeah, he's been good. He's been really good, I think, since he's arrived, of course, and he's bowled well. He's bowled with pretty briskly. And I think his 3 wickets for 34 are really tidy stuff. I mean, this is right at the top, so it's really important that he sets a tone as well. And really good work to see him do this. It's been always such a good performance for New Zealand, and he wasn't too excited about that last wicket because there was a little bit of tap going around the place, but overall I think it was terrific. Lockie Ferguson, he adds a lot to that change room. You talk to some of these guys, they just talk about how good he is in the change room as a captain and that sort of stuff, and of course Sam was there beforehand, so between the two of them it's a good pairing.
Do you think that is key to their success so far, that they've got great leadership, not just in the skipper but also an experienced player like Sam Curran?
Yes, I do. Sam, I think, is a terrific T20 player. Listen, I mean, the fact that they won those 3 really tight games, I mean, that could have gone either way, those 3 really tight games, and they won all 3 of them. I mean, only good teams do that. So, and that goes down often to the atmosphere in the change room and the guys pulling for each other and getting them across the line somehow.
You know who else has been absolutely sensational? Kazima Tanvir, first ball, wicket.
Yeah.
That was exciting stuff to take Phil Salt.
I think the last game he played, he picked up a couple of wickets in the first over he bowled, but this time first ball, Phil Salt. I mean, as you know, Oase, I mean, Salt is such a dangerous player.
He certainly is a dangerous player. I mean, when he gets going, I tell you what, you better watch out. And to get rid of him first ball, use that ball to get it pitched up there and use the swing was very good. And then, of course, I thought his spell was very good. And, of course, with the bat, I mean, he's a handy man to coming down at 7 and 8. When you need those boundaries, and he delivered the boundaries, and he nearly pulled it off. I mean, he managed to somehow squirt the ball down to third.
I have no idea how he did that.
So fine. And, of course, possibly just ever so slightly turned the game back into the favour of Vipers. However, Russell, I thought, bowled really well. And, of course, in the end, got rid of Kazima.
Absolutely. Had a little angel on his shoulder tonight. But he had an angel on his shoulder last time these two met as well, because we saw that he was really the match winner for the Vipers. He carried. So did you think that he was going to get that glint in his eye again and carry?
I must admit, I thought he might, actually. I must admit, I thought he was going to actually get them home the way he's been batting. And, of course, he strode out there straight away and he hit a couple of boundaries and away he went. But as Ace was saying, I mean, that slow ball from AJ Kumar was just ridiculous in that time. To have we saw him bowl that in Sharjah. It was just extraordinary, the back of the hand slow ball. His control with that delivery and admittedly, what I thought was really good, and Jason Horder had a long chat with AJ, going from around the wicket to back over the wicket, because he tried it a couple of times around the wicket and went leg side in the game. So he went back to over the wicket as a left armer. And that slow ball was just unbelievable.
It was, and I think it also makes more sense to bowl a slow ball at this ground because the outfield's that little bit bigger compared to Sharjah. And of course, if you do hit the ball here, it does go up and it doesn't quite carry over the boundary like that, which it may well do at Sharjah. Here, it holds out, and of course, in the end, he did go to slow ball and deceived the batsman, and of course won the game for the Knight Riders.
And then, of course, held his nerve at the very last ball, like we just saw then. Amazing.
We saw the highest run partnership from the Vipers, Max Holden and Fakhar Zaman. Yep. Their 96-run partnership. That's the highest ever for the Vipers so far for their opening pair. Did you think that, they really took the game on well and put the Vipers in a good position?
There's a couple of things to remember here. Max Holden was retired at one stage, retired out early in the tournament, and the next game he came out and he played really well. So for him double up again and play well again today was really good. And he got, the stand was really good. It was 97 and it was off 69 deliveries, so it was really good stuff. So Whakazamana will be disappointed because he hasn't got himself a big score yet, and he's a big-time player, and he needs to actually kick on and win these games for the Vipers when they're tight like this and get them off to a good start. So when you get that opening stand going, he's the sort of bloke who normally kicks on and gets to 70 or 80, and that makes a big difference.
Absolutely. Now, they were 6 wins on the trot. They've got a qualifying spot next to their name. But what is it about for them now to really cement the top 2 spots so that they can potentially win the tournament if they have a loss in that qualifying game?
So important to get two bites at the apple. I mean, it's very important to get that at the end. So, they've obviously got to keep playing well. They've got to get back on the horse and make sure they front up and remember the string of 6 wins in a row. They'll be, sometimes it's not a bad thing to lose at this stage, actually. They get a bit of a wake-up call and away you go. You kick on again and just sort out a couple of things and play on.
Yeah, I don't think they'll mind the game tonight. Look, yes, they lost off the last ball. These things happen. I thought they played some really good cricket. I thought they played some smart cricket when they batted first up. And then, of course, back end of the game, they were still in it right till the end. So they will take a lot of heart from that. I think they just got to keep going the way they're going. I think they're playing a really good brand of cricket, and they're just going to keep going from strength to strength, I reckon.
Can you help me still about the shot that was played after the no ball, the last over, second ball?
Yeah, that was a bit of a mystery, really. Dan Lawrence not quite throwing the kitchen sink at a ball which was wide of off stump. It was a free hit, and most people would have thought, well, you got to at least flay it over point because everyone's up and managed to get a boundary. He, for some reason, tried to flay, just sort of open the face and get a single. Yeah. Perhaps we'd have to ask Dan Lawrence that. What was going through his mind there?
Might be running through his head tonight when he's trying to go to sleep.
Maybe.
Let's head to the competition winners for the ZTV questions for yesterday. Now, the questions were, which 2 players have the most 50-plus scores in DP World ILT20 Season 1 through to 3? And the answer was Englishmen James Vince and Alex Hales. Now, question 2 was, who was the Sharjah Warriors' most expensive buy at the auction? And the answer was Junaid Siddiqui. So well done to all of our lucky winners who are on screen right now. And for anyone who took part in tonight's quiz, the results will be announced tomorrow night. Best of luck and congratulations once again. All right, my Emirates. You want to say something?
Yeah, I just feel very sorry for Junaid Siddiqui, just mentioning his name, because that split webbing has kept him on the sidelines for a bit. So
True.
Did
we know an update on him and when he'll come back?
Not yet. I mean, he's pretty tough though, so he'll be okay.
Exactly.
He can't bat, so he bowls. He'll be right.
Oh, brutal from over here.
Correct.
Now it's my Emirates and Dubai Capitals that are taking each other on tomorrow. What do we think of that game, boys?
Well, it's going to be a good game, isn't it? I mean, both teams desperate for a win, haven't quite got off and running old not Mumbai Emirates, MI Emirates, sorry. They've got a very good squad, some really big names in there as well. They're desperate for a win, and of course, Capitals as well, they could do with a win. So I think I would, if I was going to back anyone, it's going to be the MI Emirates tomorrow.
Okay, There you go. Hazy, who do you think?
There's a logjam there. There's 4 teams now on 4 points. So there's a whole logjam going on at the moment. And admittedly, there's, I think it's only the Warriors who have played 1 extra game, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's the Knight Riders. But anyway, it's a logjam on 4 points. So it's a really important game, that one. Dubai, it's a wonderful stadium. So I think I'm predicting a super over and a thriller.
Oh,
there you go. Super over again. That would be massive to see too.
Thriller number 9 coming up tomorrow.
Predicting. Are you working?
No, I'm not. I've got the night off.
Day off? Are you working?
Day off.
Day off? I've got a day off. You won't see any of us, but that's okay.
You'll
see unbelievable cricket. We cannot wait to show you all of the action at Dubai International Stadium tomorrow for match number 18. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back tomorrow with more to come.